Ever wondered what are the challenges foreigners face when they move to Belgium? Well, today we're going to tackle exactly that. Belgium, a country known for its charming towns, historic architecture, and of course, waffles. It's a captivating place to visit, but living there as a foreigner can present a unique set of challenges. And that's what we're here to talk about today. One of the first hurdles you'll likely encounter is the language barrier. With 3 official languages, Dutch, French, and German, it's not always a walk in the park to communicate if you're not fluent in at least one of these. But fear not, because later in this guide we'll share some tips on how to navigate this linguistic landscape. Then there's the challenge of understanding local customs. Belgium is a country with a rich history and diverse culture, and it can sometimes feel like you're trying to solve a puzzle with no clear starting point. But again, don't worry, we've got you covered. We'll walk you through the ins and outs of Belgian etiquette, from the correct way to greet people to understanding the local dining culture. Finding accommodation is another hurdle that can seem daunting at first. The Belgian real estate market has its own quirks, and understanding them can make the difference between finding a cozy apartment in the heart of the city or ending up in a less desirable location. Lastly, there's the infamous bureaucracy. From registering as a resident to understanding your tax obligations, the administrative side of living in Belgium can be a tough nut to crack. But with a little guidance and patience, it's more than manageable. So if you're planning to move to Belgium, or just curious about the experience, stay tuned as we delve deeper into this survival guide. We're going to break down these challenges and equip you with practical tips and advice to navigate your way through them. This isn't just a survival guide, it's your ticket to thriving in the heart of Europe. So if you're planning to move to Belgium, or just curious about the experience, stay tuned as we delve deeper into this survival guide. One of the first challenges you may face in Belgium is the language barrier. Now, Belgium is a multilingual country, with Dutch and French being the most widely spoken languages, followed by German. As a foreigner, you might be thrown off by this mix, but fear not. Overcoming this barrier is not as daunting as it may initially seem. Learning the local language is not just about ordering a cup of coffee or asking for directions. It's about immersing yourself in the culture, understanding the local humor, and truly appreciating the country's rich history and traditions. It's about making Belgium feel like home. So where do you start? Well, there are several resources at your disposal. Language exchange programs are a great way to learn the language in an authentic and engaging way. You get to interact with locals who are equally interested in learning your language. It's a win-win situation. You're not just learning a language, you're making connections, maybe even lifelong friends. In this digital age, language learning apps are another great tool. They are practical, easy to use, and you can learn at your own pace. Whether you're waiting for a bus or having a quick coffee break, you can squeeze in a mini language lesson. Another option is to enroll in language classes. Many educational institutions in Belgium offer language courses for all levels. From beginner to advanced, you can find a course that suits your needs. It may require more commitment than an app, but the structured learning and personal interaction with a teacher can be incredibly beneficial. Remember, learning a language is a journey, not a race. It's okay to make mistakes, to not understand everything at first. It's all part of the process. In fact, locals will appreciate your effort to speak their language, even if it's not perfect. Mastering the local language will not only make your life easier, but will also help you to connect with the locals. So embrace the challenge, and before you know it, you'll be chatting away in Dutch or French, feeling right at home in beautiful Belgium. Now that we've tackled language, let's move on to another crucial aspect: understanding local customs. Belgium, a small country nestled at the heart of Europe, is steeped in a rich tapestry of traditions and customs that make it truly unique. Let's dive into some of them, shall we? First up, dining etiquette. Belgians love their food, and dining is a social event, often stretching into hours. It's common to start with an aperitif, followed by a leisurely meal, and of course ending with a delicious Belgian chocolate dessert. Remember, in Belgium, it's about savoring the experience, not racing through your meal. Next, greetings. The customary greeting in Belgium is a kiss on the cheek. But hold on, it's not just a single peck. It's 3 kisses, starting with the left cheek. However, it's important to note that this is usually reserved for friends and family. A handshake or a simple bonjour, or guten Tag is more appropriate when meeting someone for the first time. And let's talk about punctuality. Belgians value their time and respect yours as well. Being late is considered rude and could even be perceived as a lack of respect. So if you have a meeting, a dinner date, or even a casual get-together, make sure you're on time. If you're running late, it's always polite to let the other party know, but above all, Belgians are known for their modesty and down-to-earth attitude. They're not big on boasting or show-off, but rather prefer modesty and humility. So when in Belgium, try to keep this in mind. Finally, keep in mind that these customs can vary from region to region within Belgium. The Flemish-speaking North and the French-speaking South have their own distinct customs and traditions, so it's always a good idea to observe and follow the local customs of the region you're in. Remember, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. Or in this case, when in Belgium, do as the Belgians do. Embrace the local customs and you'll find it's a great way to connect with the people, the culture, and the heart of Belgium. Having a place to call home is essential. Let's talk about finding accommodation in Belgium. Belgium offers a variety of accommodation options that cater to different preferences and budgets. You might be looking for a little corner to call your own or a shared space where you can meet new people. If you're leaning toward the first option, renting an apartment could be your best bet. Apartments in Belgium range from compact studios to spacious multi-bedroom units. When exploring this route, consider factors such as location, proximity to public transport, and of course, rent. You'd want a place that's not only comfortable, but also convenient. Now, if you're more of a social butterfly or perhaps running on a tighter budget, you might want to look into hostels or shared housing. These options offer not only a roof over your head, but also a chance to meet fellow travelers or locals. It's a great way to immerse yourself in the community and make connections. But where do you start looking for these options? Well, there are plenty of online platforms that can help you find your perfect accommodation. Websites like ImmoWeb, Zimmo, and Realo are popular amongst locals and expats alike. You can filter your search based on your preferences and browse through hundreds of listings. But here's a tip. Don't just rely on online sources. Word of mouth can be surprisingly effective. Engage with locals, join community groups, or network with other expats. You never know, your dream place might just be a conversation away. When you've found a potential place, it's important to visit it in person if possible. Pictures can be deceiving, and it's always better to get a feel of the place yourself. Check for any issues and ask about any additional costs that might not be included in the rent. Remember, finding the right accommodation can take time. You might not find the one immediately, and that's okay. Don't rush the process. After all, this is going to be your home, even if it's just temporary. Remember, patience is key when looking for the perfect home away from home. Now let's address a challenge that can be a bit daunting: dealing with bureaucracy. In Belgium, as in many countries, you'll encounter a fair bit of red tape. But don't worry, this isn't a roadblock, just a slight detour on your Belgian adventure. Let's discuss the necessary paperwork for living in Belgium and some tips for navigating the bureaucracy. Firstly, you'll need to secure the appropriate visa. Whether you're there for work, study, or just a prolonged stay, there's a specific visa for you. Research the right one, apply early, and ensure you have all the needed documents. Remember, patience is key here. Next, if you're planning to work, you'll need a work permit. This usually involves your employer submitting an application on your behalf, so be proactive. Communicate with your employer and ensure they've got everything they need to make it happen. Health insurance is another critical element. Belgium has a fantastic healthcare system, but to access it, you'll need to be insured. Look into local health insurance providers, compare plans, and choose one that best suits your needs. Now, here's a tip that can save you a lot of stress. Keep copies of all your documents. This includes your passport, visa, work permit, health insurance policy, rental agreements, and anything else that seems important. You never know when you'll need them, and having copies can save you a lot of trouble. Remember, you're not alone in this. There are local organizations that can help you navigate the bureaucracy. Reach out to them, ask for help, and use their knowledge to your advantage. Don't be shy about seeking assistance. It can make your life a lot easier. Remember, bureaucracy isn't a hurdle. It's just part of the process. It's like putting together a jigsaw puzzle. You might feel overwhelmed at first, but with patience, organization, and a bit of help, you'll see the whole picture come together. Navigating bureaucracy can be challenging, but with some patience and organization, you can manage it. Finally, let's talk about one of the most rewarding parts of living abroad, making friends and building a network. Belgium, with its diverse and multicultural society, offers countless opportunities to form meaningful connections. The first step towards building your network is to step out of your comfort zone. The locals here are known for their warm hospitality and friendliness, so don't hesitate to strike up a conversation. Joining clubs or organizations related to your interests can be a fantastic way to meet people. Whether you're into sports, arts, or cooking, there's a club out there waiting for you. These groups not only offer a chance to pursue your passion, but they also provide a platform to interact with others who share your interests. Attending local events is another great way to immerse yourself in Belgian culture and make friends. Be it a music festival, a farmer's market, or a cultural parade, these gatherings are usually vibrant and full of life. Here you can meet a diverse group of people, from locals to other expats, and bond over shared experiences. Don't underestimate the power of your immediate environment. Your neighbors and co-workers can be your first friends in this new land. Make an effort to connect with them. A simple hello, a shared meal, or a casual chat about the weather can go a long way in building relationships. Remember, Belgians value authenticity, so be genuine in your interactions. Show interest in their culture, learn a few phrases in their language, and be respectful of their customs. This will not only help you fit in, but also earn you their respect and friendship. Social media platforms and expat forums can also be useful in your journey to build a network. They can offer advice, provide support, and even arrange meetups. Remember, making friends and building a network in a new country can be challenging. It requires patience, effort, and an open mind. But the reward of having a circle of friends in this beautiful country to share your joys and sorrows, to explore and experience life with, is indeed priceless. Building a network in Belgium can take time, but the friendships you'll make are worth the effort. So there you have it, a survival guide to living in Belgium as a foreigner. We started our journey with the language barrier, a common hurdle for many who venture into foreign lands. But fear not, we've given you the tips and tricks to navigate through this challenge. Remember, the key is to immerse yourself, practice, and be patient. You'll be chatting with the locals in no time. Then we dove into the realm of local customs. We truly believe that understanding and respecting the culture of a place is the foundation of a fulfilling experience. From the art of Belgian dining to the importance of punctuality, you're now equipped with knowledge that will help you blend in seamlessly with the locals and enrich your stay in this beautiful country. Finding accommodation was our next stop. We discussed the different options available, from renting to buying, and the factors to consider like location, price, and type of housing. We hope this helps you find the perfect place to call home in Belgium. Dealing with bureaucracy might seem daunting, but we've broken it down for you. With a clear understanding of the process, from getting your visa to registering at the town hall, you're now prepared to navigate the administrative landscape of Belgium. Remember, staying organized and planning ahead will make this a smooth journey. Lastly, we touched on the importance of making friends and building a network. A support system will not only make your transition easier, but will also enhance your overall experience. Joining clubs, attending local events, and being open to new experiences are just some of the ways to build your community in Belgium. So we've journeyed together through the challenges and joys of living in Belgium as a foreigner. This beautiful country, with its rich history, stunning architecture, and delicious food, is waiting for you to explore. And remember, every new place is a new adventure, a new story. So embrace the challenges, embrace the change. After all, that's what makes the journey worthwhile. If you've enjoyed this virtual tour of Belgium and are intrigued enough to consider it for your next adventure, why not give this video a thumbs up? Your likes are the compass that guides us in creating content that you love. And if you're already a part of our travel-loving community, thank you. You are the wind beneath our wings. If you're new here and you found value in this video, consider joining the family. Hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to ensure you never miss out on a new destination.